It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. How you doing, my sisters and brothers? Welcome. I'm Robert, humble messenger of the Law of One. It's my pleasure to share with you conscious channeling of LL research. Yeah, I'm a smoker. I'm wretched. Lowest of the low. How low can you go? How low can you go? You can only get so low before you move yourself up. Can you listen to a wretched smoker? Wretched. Judge not lest ye be judged. No, you can judge things. Have your discernment. If you don't want to be around someone who's stinky, then don't be around someone who's stinky. Hopefully the smell doesn't come through your phone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, let's get to this material. We're going to talk about the indigo ray, the pineal gland, and activation. How does that work? What does one feel? And who am I to have any kind of authority to talk about this subject matter? Well, I'm going to speak from personal experience. Meditation, contemplation, prayer do work wonders. Over time, you'll find yourself becoming calmer, more collect, and through meditation and working on your emotional body, working on your feelings, how you feel for others, recognizing what you like in other people is what you like about yourself. And what you don't like about other people is things you haven't worked out within yourself. And those things that you haven't worked out within yourself cause blockages. Blockages of your energy body, of your chakras. Your basic blockages can start at the base root, red ray. If you're having issues with sexual identity, sexual confusion, that'll block you right there. Also survival. If you feel that you're not in a safe environment, your home is not safe, you don't have a stable place to live, that'll block you right at the beginning in red ray. We move up to orange ray, and that's about how one feels about themselves. Self-identity. That's a big one. Working on self-acceptance. Then we move up into yellow ray. Yellow ray is being comfortable within the family and larger society groupings. That's a very powerful ray, and you find a lot of people engaged in yellow ray who are in the main spotlight, be it politics, entertainment, the ones who seem to shine. They're using a lot of that yellow ray. That's group energy. When one can balance the first three, red ray, orange ray, and yellow ray, balance it to a certain extent, then they can really start working on green ray, the heart energy. And immediately can then springboard right into blue ray, open communication. Being able to verbalize how one feels, what one thinks, and sharing that with others openly. Also being able to listen and take into consideration what another is saying, and say putting your feet into their shoes, so to speak. Once one has opened green ray, they access blue ray. Indigo ray now is, for the first time, once green ray is starting to open, that's when you can really start working with indigo, because you've cleared the first three chakras, gone into green ray, blue ray, and now into indigo. Start vibrating that pineal gland, That's a spiritual gland. There's a lot going on in your head. You got your pineal gland, you got your amygdala. You also have your almond magadas, 2 of them, 1 on each side right near your ears. And once you start working with your pineal gland, your amygdalas, then you start accessing your frontal lobes. Yeah. This is your spiritual connection with the Creator I'm talking about. You got the inflowing energies from the bottom meeting the flowing energies from the top. And where the two meet is where you're working mostly in then, you know? If your energies are meeting a lot in yellow ray, you haven't really opened up the green, you're working in that. If you be able to clear all the lower blockages and you're working in indigo, you're gonna start feeling something. At least I do. You start feeling a vibration, a hum in your head. It's a good thing. Very good thing. And over time, the more you contemplate on the unity of creation, all is one, all is love, light is a manifestation of love, everything is made of light, everything is conscious of the Creator. Once you start getting into those kind of thoughts of oneness, then you're really starting to activate your pineal gland and you're in your indigo ray. Now I'm going to add what QO has to say about this. I think you'll find this quite interesting. Gary asked QO, Ra says that the heart of the discipline of the personality is to know yourself, accept yourself, and become the Creator. They also say that the disciplines of the personality feed the indigo ray. Can you describe how the disciplines of the personality feed the indigo ray and what the relationship is between this discipline and that center? Stop smoking, Rob. Yes, you can be a smoker and have vices and still be working on your energy centers. Not saying it's a good thing. Bad. Destroy your body, destroy your temple. But free will is supreme. You make your own choice. Now you envision all the angels and the teachers, and they're all cloaked in white and they're gleaming with light. Well, they're the ones that are around, they're in the shadow areas. Jesus wasn't afraid to go into the brothels, into the whorehouses, into the places of sin and adultery, substance abuse, because he knew that people there, if any, needed help the most. Don't ever shy away from your brother and sister if they ask you for help. This meditative state is also enhanced primarily, shall we say, by the analysis of the mind to begin to achieve a basic understanding, if we may misuse this term, of the catalyst which is being experienced and produced by the entity in the meditative state. Thus, both the analysts mentally and the seeding in meditation of this processed catalyst is that which begins to feed the indigo ray energy center by each energy center below it, offering to it that fruit of catalyst which has been processed, balanced, and catalyzed by at each energy center. At some point, be able to become activated to a degree necessary to begin to balance all lower energy center functions. Thus, this balancing may take a great deal of what you would call time in order that the pre-incarnative choices may be carefully processed over a portion of time and experience that will allow the complete utilization of pre-incarnative chosen catalysts. This experience of utilizing such catalysts in an ascending fashion is that which requires that the meditative state be utilized in order to examine the catalyst of the day. And each catalyst of the day which has moved the entity away from its center of love and balance as a response to all catalysts then is in its turn balanced, so that it further allows the movement of the intelligent energy further up or along the energy centers. This meditative state is also enhanced preliminarily the one-pointed focus that allows the seeker of truth to attempt and eventually attain the activation of the indigo ray is a great and primary portion of this ability to achieve activation of the indigo ray. For its eventual activation itself is of the spirit, and uses this spirit as a shuttle for contact with the one infinite creator. However, we would also suggest that the indigo ray is the seat of the self, which is the one creator manifested as the creative power of love. This, when realized fully within any seeker of truth, gives such seeker a sense of worth, of self-worth, as you might say, that it is able to see itself as the one creator, whole and perfect, worthy in every aspect. In order to continue processing catalysts so that there is the gaining of the knowledge of the self at each lower energy center in a way in which these various aspects of the self are then put together in the indigo ray energy center, so that there is then a wholeness of being experienced by the seeker of truth. This then is the ultimate utilizations of the disciplines of the personality. For the personality is that which is adopted within each incarnational pattern as a means by which those pre-incarnative lessons have been programmed to color in a certain fashion according to the lessons deemed necessary for the incarnation by the self before the incarnation. Thus, the disciplines of the personality are those practices that are utilized on a daily basis by each seeker of truth, first utilizing the analysis of the mind to begin the process of examining and processing all catalysts in order to eventually to be able to store it as the experience that is utilized by the seeker of truth in the opening of the gateway to intelligent infinity. Thus, as each energy center then is balanced and crystallized, the indigo ray energy center may then begin the activation of the shuttle of the spirit, which can move through the indigo ray into the violet ray, transforming the intelligent energy of the indigo ray into the intelligent infinity of the violet ray, so that the love that is activated within the indigo ray, that creative force that is within each entity, becomes able to contact the one infinite creator, and thus the sacrament of the fully experienced presence of the one creator is had by the seeker of truth. So what's that all mean? Well, during your day, you have something happen to you that makes you not feel so good about yourself or your circumstances, or throws you off center. Then at night, when you meditate, you think about that experience. What threw you off center? And a good way to help balance that is to think of the opposite. What if something else were to happen? Because you got 1,000 different choices when that event happened, what you could have done, and you went with one particular avenue. Well, there's many other. You can explore those in your mind. Find the opposite in a balance of what happened. I'm going to leave you with one last thought from QO that really helps with the activation of the indigo ray. We can assure you that the process of giving praise and thanksgiving for all catalysts and all experience within the incarnational journey of seeking the truth is a means by which this processing of catalysts is greatly enhanced. If you can approach that situation which produces catalysts, you are approaching a situation that is oftentimes difficult, that provides the hesitation, the doubt, the fear, the anxiety that exposes the self to examination in yet another area of beingness. This ability to open the self to such catalytic engagement is that which fuels or lubricates, shall we say, the entire process, for it opens the heart and the mind in a manner which tends to allow those negative emotions that first arise upon experiencing and sensing catalysts to fall away, to be put into their proper perspective of that which may provide some initial angst or hesitation, and yet at the same time provide an impetus to move forward into the unknown nature and areas of the self. For it is that which you wish to explore, my friends. You are the one creator, and yet in your incarnational experiences you manifest but a tiny portion of that one creator that exists in all things and in all entities. And there is great room for exploration and intrepid movement to those darkened areas within your own being. When you are able to give praise and thanksgiving for this entire process, you are casting the process into the light of the one creator, and the love that resides within your being awaiting potentiation as you are able to access those portions of your analytical mind and your unconscious. The unconscious provides the bias that is given to all catalysts that will then allow you to perceive that catalyst in a manner which is congruent with your pre-incarnative choices. For before the incarnation, You know and knew well those areas within your being which needed to be explored, which needed to be enhanced, which needed to be put forward as the means by which you move forward, move yourself further and further along the spiritual path. Thus, the praise and thanksgiving for all things is that which is most appropriate for each seeker of truth to utilize whenever possible. All that you experience in your life, all that you experience within any incarnation is a gift given by the one Creator to the one Creator residing in you. If you can see your life experience within this framework of the infinity of beingness that has formed you, and the infinity of beingness that is within you, and the infinity of beingness that draws you forward, you shall move forward with solid and stately steps of realization and experience that has been gained through the moving into the unknown areas with that praise and thanksgiving that brings forth light and love to illume your journey.